All right, guys, good to have you back. As always, I'm Dr. Kelvin, and you're welcome to my channel. Here we discuss health, we discuss wealth, and how we can intersect the two and live the best form of our lives every single day. Now, as a wellness consultant, weight management is part of what I do on a daily basis. I help people maintain an ideal weight. I help people who are overweight to come down to an ideal, acceptable level of weight so they can continue to enjoy good health. Because obviously, as you gain weight, as your BMI goes up, it goes along with other health conditions such as hypertension, diabetes, arthritis, you name it, is probably caused by obesity. And so what I'm going to share with you today is what I have picked up over the past few years that I've been working as a wellness consultant, and I know it's going to definitely help you achieve your weight goals. And so in this video, we're going to discuss three tips to help you lose 10 kilos over a 6-week period. Now, these are everyday tips that you may have overlooked or you may have ignored. I'm going to bring it into sharp focus so that you can pick on these and begin your weight loss journey. Very, very relevant. But before we get started, do remember to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification icon so that every time new content is uploaded, you get notified. Also, remember to leave your comments and contributions in the comment section. I'll definitely respond to them as soon as possible. Welcome. All right, so three things you need to do to help you to lose weight 10 kilos in the next 6 weeks. So, well, first of all, before we get started, you need to know what your current weight is. So jump on a scale, check your weight, record it somewhere. Better still, take a picture of yourself, full frontal picture, turn to the side, take a profile shot as well, turn to the other side and take a profile shot as well. And you're going to repeat this every 2 weeks for the 6-week duration, and then come back to the comment section and let me know how these tips helped you. Now, as I said, these are everyday tips, but if you are consistent with them, it's going to help you achieve your goals. So number one, and this is actually one of the most important things, if you're able to do this one thing, it's going to make a huge difference in your weight going forward. And that single most important thing is cut out late night eating. Between eating and sleeping, you need at least 4 hours, ideally 4 hours between eating and sleeping, which means that if you intend to sleep at 10 p.m., your last meal should be by 6 p.m. Most corporate workers are not able to do this. And so because of that, they eat late. Sometimes people are eating as late as 9 p.m. They are sleeping at 9:30. That's not helpful. It's going to cause you problems. And what happens when you eat that late is that because you are winding down, you're going to sleep, all the calories you just consumed is going to be converted straight to fat. This means that some of you may have to eat before you close from work, because with traffic, with helping the kids with homework, it can get a bit stressful trying to eat when you get home. Some of you are going to have to change your sleeping time. You may have to stay up till about 12 midnight to fall asleep. If that's not going to affect your wake up time, then by means that's something that you need to do. But I think the best thing for you to do is to try and have an early dinner and then avoid the unnecessary stress or hassle of eating late into the night. So that's your first thing. If you're able to cut out just this one thing, I can almost guarantee that you're going to shed some serious pounds. Very important. Now, the second thing that you want to do consistently over the next 6-week period is to increase your physical activity. Now, this means that you need to exercise. For me, in my experience, the best time to actually exercise is early in the morning. This is because for most of us, you've been asleep on an empty stomach. You haven't had a meal for 8 hours. So when you wake up, your body is already in a catabolic state. Catabolic state means that your body is already in the process of breaking down stored fat to sustain your energy requirements as you have just woken up. You need to step that up by increasing your activity right in the morning. So you wake up in the morning, you can grab a skipping rope and just do some skips. It's easy to do. You don't need much space. Or if you are more of an outdoor person, get on the streets with some jogging. Very beneficial. Once you push yourself in the morning, your basal metabolism rate goes up, and you'd actually notice an increased heart rate all through the day. You'll also notice that you are sweating more all through the day, and you also notice that your focus is sharper all through the day. So there are significant benefits to exercising early in the morning as compared to later in the night. There are advantages when you exercise later in the night, but when it comes to weight loss, I have found that exercising early in the morning, especially on an empty stomach, works best if you are looking for good, rapid results. Now, what you want to do is that you want to push your heart rate above 120 beats per minute. And you want to sustain this for at least 20 minutes. So whether you are jogging or you are skipping or whatever you are doing, aerobics, it is important that you sustain your heart rate above 120 beats per minute to get maximum results. And you need to do this at least 3 times a week. 3 times a week minimum. And you're doing this consistently for 6 weeks. You definitely see results. Now, the third tip is skip lunch. Now, for this point, I'm speaking specifically to corporate workers. Skip lunch. Breakfast, in my opinion, is the most important meal because you've had an overnight fast, you've woken up in the morning, you've done your exercise session, you need to replenish the lost energy. Don't overeat, but just eat adequate amounts of calories for yourself in the morning. Very important. But as a corporate worker, you will agree with me that when you get to the office, you're mostly sitting, you're mostly doing mental work. So most of the time, by your lunch break, you are not exactly hungry. In fact, research has shown that most corporate workers actually go for lunch not because they're hungry, but because they want a break in their routine, which is all well and good. You can still maintain that break, but just don't eat lunch. Don't eat a heavy lunch. Skip that lunch. You can replace it with a fruit, typically an apple or a banana. A banana, one, or an apple, not a bunch of bananas, a banana. And when you do that, you come back to the office, your body still remains in a catabolic state where it continues to break down fat to give you your energy needs throughout the day. And that can help you achieve your goal. So those are the 3 tips for you to help you lose at least 10 kilos over the next 6 week period. Remember to take pictures of your progress, check your weight every 2 weeks, and leave your feedback in the comment section.